Hello, I am Natalia Gallo, and today I am going to tell you about materials and lesson planning. I am going to explain the application in an English class of two lessons plans. One of that, there is lesson plan to adolescents, specific to adolescent students. So, start. Okay, the level of these students are A2. Level A2, remember. The learning strategies of adolescents are, according to a constructivist model, the learning strategies promoting the out-construction of the learning through the guide and support of the teacher and materials. They should build their knowledge and skills about the topic. Okay, so remember, the learning strategies is according to a constructive model. That is the base and the fundament of all the lesson plan. The topic in this class is the present continuous. The activity objective is to learn and apply all the features and use of present continuous to improve skills of listening, writing, reading, and speaking, and to motivate the students with activity adapt of their interests and needs. So, start the class. Okay. The class start with a wrap up. Okay. This is the activity where the students remember the past knowledge, review their knowledge, review their learnings, and all. So the classes start with a speaking activity. This activity during only 20 minutes. So through game and fun, the adolescents express their ideas and practice their speaking skills using their previous knowledge about the present continuous. So the idea is that each student has a worksheet with all the activities. Okay, the worksheet in that part in WhatsApp is like this. That is the worksheet. So in this activity, during 20 minutes, each student think about its favorite activity or its hobby and stand up and act. For example, if it likes doing yoga, it acts like it is doing yoga. And each classmate is going to act. When the other acts, each student should ways with sentences as you are jumping, or you are watching TV, or you are cooking. So that is the idea. Only an speaking activity where the students express their ideas and their previous knowledge in that topic. Okay, but continue with the second part of this class, this English class. That is the presentation. Okay. Students, through a listening activity, learn the structure of present continuous with audios and readings. They practice the comprehension. Okay, this activity during 40 minutes is longer than the last activity. And again, each student has a worksheet with all the activities and all the requirements of this presentation. So each student reads and analyze the picture of the worksheet like this. This is the worksheet. And pay attention to the teacher and to understand it. Watch and listen the next video, that video in that link, and write here the expression that they watching in present continuous. So at that moment, they review their past knowledge and now they know all the topics and all the characters of present continuous. So continue with that next. Okay, now it's time of practice. Practice all the knowledge about present continuous. This activity during 30 minutes. So in this activity, the students are going to read and improve their skills of reading comprehension when they analyze a short and simple story that use present continuous, obviously. So I repeat you again. Each student has a worksheet with all the activities that they need to do in that part. So in that part, students read the text and answer the question in the worksheet. Okay? And then they are going to demonstrate their knowledge in the production activity. So in that part, with 30 minutes again, They are going to practice all the skills and knowledge learned in class, create, write, and produce with their own imagination a description. Okay? So in the worksheet, you are going to look what is the activity to do. First, we are going to look the worksheet of the practice activity. That is, look at there the worksheet of each student, and that is the worksheet of the production here. So in the part of production of the lesson plans, they are going to imagine that they are their favorite singer and they are in a big concert. So they are going to describe the situation using present continuous. Okay, and no more. In the end of the class, the assessment or the evaluation to evaluate the successful of the lesson plan is that students describe a day in their house using present continuous, and they write and speak it. And an important thing, an important aspect. In the end of the class, all the students are going to give the worksheet with all the answers to the teacher, and the teacher are going to check the answers and the activities of each worksheet of the student. Okay, so we are going to the next lesson plans to adults. Okay, that is different with different needs and different features. So look, okay, the level is the same, A2. The level of English is A2. The learning strategy is the same. It's according to a constructive model. So remember, in the constructive model, the teacher is only a guide or the teacher is only a support, but not is the principal protagonist of the learning. The principal protagonist of the learning is the students. In this case, adult students. But now, the topic not is present continuous like the adolescent students and the adolescent lesson plan. Now the topic is past continuous, as you say. The activity objective is to learn and apply all the features and use of past continuous, to improve skills of listening, writing, reading, and speaking, and to motivate the students with activity adapted of their interests and needs according with their age and experience. Remember that adult students have experience of life. So the activities it is going to do adapt to them. Okay. The first activity, okay, the English class start. Warm up. Okay. Using the experience of the adults, they express their ideas and practice their speaking skill using their previous knowledge about the past continuous. Okay, this activity during 20 minutes. So students imagine a murder occurred yesterday at 7 p.m. and they need an alibi or excuse to it doesn't declare they guilty. So again, each adult student has a worksheet like this. So that is the activity that they are going to look and they are going to do. So they are going to talk in front of the class about that question. What were you doing yesterday at 7 p.m.? So they can start yesterday at 7 p.m. I was continue with the sentence. Okay. The second part is the time of the knowledge and the presentation during 40 minutes. In this listening activity, students learn the structure of past continuous through listening and reading. They practice the comprehension, the listening comprehension and reading comprehension. So, again, each student has a worksheet like this. So, they look the picture and pay attention to teacher explication. Look this picture of this. Then, they watch and listen the next video of that link and write the expression with past continuous that they listened. Now, the practice activity during 30 minutes is a reading activity. They read and improve their skills of reading comprehension when analyze a simple interview that uses past continuous. And the production activity of writing skill is during 30 minutes and the student practice all the skills and knowledge learned in the class and produce a description with their own imagination. So there is the worksheet of each student about the practice part. Read and complete the police interview. That picture of this, that template. And there is the materials and the worksheet of production. Answer the next question using past continuous. So here, the students are going to answer that question. What were you doing in 2000 year? Okay, and no more. In the end of the class, after to give all the worksheets to the teacher, the students describe the most important day in their life using past continuous. There is the assessment or the evaluation in the end of the class.